Hi, thank you for hopping in here. I am so excited seeing you in here. I am Chigozie Maxwell, an international motivational speaker, a professional author, educator, leadership expert, and consultant for governments and organizations. I am most passionate about bringing transformation into people's lives, helping people grow, be more, and do better. Through my books and coaching programs, I have helped thousands of individuals around the globe, dealing mostly with the subjects of human character development, motivation, and meaningful existence. The central theme of my message is the maximization of human resources, including the transformation of followers into leaders and leaders into agents of change. Subjects that I have written several books about. So today, we will dissect some of the secrets by which you can attract high-ticket clients into your life. A vital question that was asked by one of our fellow seekers of knowledge. He wrote, "Maxwell, please produce a video on how to find or reach and enroll high-ticket clients, how to attract them by finding or researching what they are willing to pay for." First, I would like to establish that we are judged in three ways. Every time we are judged in three ways. 1. How you look. How you appear is the first thing people see. 2. How you say what you say. It's not even about what you say, but how you say it. And number 3 is what you are saying. And I did like to let you know that how you say something is twice as important as what you are actually saying. How you are saying it is more important than what you are actually saying, because first, people need to find you admirable before they can buy into whatever you are selling, because you are the one on sale. You are the first person, especially for those of us rendering services. Before anyone can decide to pay us to render a service to them, it means that we are the first people they are actually buying into. So if you are ready to elevate your game from mediocre to masterful, keep watching. Stay until the end of this video as I reveal one of the big secrets that can enable you to attract high-ticket clients into your life. The transformation begins now. Let's get one thing straight. Attracting a high-ticket client isn't a luxury. It's a necessity. It's the linchpin that holds your personal and professional life together. Think about it. How many opportunities have you missed because you couldn't articulate your value? How many relationships have soured because you couldn't navigate a difficult conversation? The stakes are high, my friends. Your ability to articulate your values effectively dictates the quality of your life. It's the difference between sealing the deal and losing it, between a fulfilling relationship and a dysfunctional one. It's the currency that can buy you influence, respect, and power. Ignore it at your own peril. So, if you are ready to wield this kind of power, keep your eyes glued and your ears open. The master class starts now. Secret number 1. Establish credibility. In the words of Aristotle, don't try to be different, just be good. To be good is different enough. When dealing with a client, it's important to appear credible to your clients. Being logical and credible almost go hand in hand. No leader is considered to be logical if they are not credible. No matter how logical you are, no client will take you seriously if they consider you to be unreliable or are in doubt about your competence. This aspect of intercourse, Aristotle calls ethos, which means ethical appeal. This regards the speaker parts of communication. Who is talking and do we trust them? You have to present your own character in a way that makes people trust you, or better said, in a way that establishes credibility. What people think of you in general, whether you are considered to be trustworthy as a person, it all matters in terms of credibility. Some think that the best way to capture a high-ticket client is to surprise them, be different out there, shocking. But these are often not the kind of people that can be trusted. The best way to appear credible is through communicating well and consistently doing so. Credibility is measured by your clients. Do they believe you? And why? Why not? So, in order to appear credible, you have to gain the trust of those you want to reach. How? There are multiple aspects to focus on. Match your audience, stay professional, and be logical. Matching your audience, which is one of the best ways to establish ethos between you and your audience, means to make sure you are tuned into them. If you use language that is far too complex, too simple, too formal, or too informal for your audience, they might get the sense that you aren't prepared and perhaps even out of your depth. A connection to the audience is key to making them think you are trustworthy in what you tell them. On the other hand, it's important to stay professional no matter what. If you allow yourself get angry or frustrated, your arguments will appear uncertain and chaotic. You have to stay focused on your goal and not get carried away by minor concerns or objections. A leader that gets emotional after an insult from a member of the public, for example, is generally not seen as very reliable. Instead, people will assume this person is prone to losing their coolness and losing sight of what they are trying to achieve. Someone who can stay calm and collected in all situations regarding their arguments is someone who is not to be trusted to communicate that argument well. And finally, but arguably most importantly, be logical. If there are no flaws in your logic, there is no reason to distrust you. This is, of course, hard. There might always be a part of the context you have forgotten or a flaw in your reasoning that you have overlooked. But as soon as that comes to light, It's the way that you handle it that establishes your credibility. Acknowledge your mistakes, be open about them, and tell your audience how you plan to improve. If you shove past mistakes under the proverbial rug, they might come up in the future and immediately strip you of any and all credibility you have built over time. Mistakes, even in logic, are okay as long as you acknowledge them. And remember, audiences trust an honest leader most of all. Secret number 2. Use emotional appeals. I think it was best expressed by Aristotle, who wrote, "Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all." Connecting with an audience can be quite challenging, especially if it's a group that you feel far removed from in real life. So, an absolute necessity when trying to reach a high-ticket client is to know them well. You need to know what kind of people you will be talking to and what that says about their interests, needs, values, and so on. When you manage to link whatever you are talking about to one of those, you will make your topic relevant for them, and anyone will listen to what sounds relevant. Aristotle called this aspect of relationship pathos. Pathos stands for the emotional appeals you use to grab the attention of your clients. Making people feel certain emotions help them to keep listening, but it's the context and meaning in the words you use that makes people start to care for what you have to say. Emotional appeal means that you make your client feel a certain way. When you actually get them to experience emotions, you will make them care. And a client that cares is a client that truly listens. Making people feel a certain way draws their attention to whatever you have to say. Emotions cannot be brought to the surface on command. Many leaders seem to think that simply stating that something is worthy of anger, sadness, grief, and so on is enough to make their audience agree. But someone actually needs to experience the emotion in order to agree. The trick is, therefore, to give the audience something that truly makes them feel what you are saying. No emotion has to be named. Instead, a story should be told, a comparison should be made, or a real-life case should be brought to the client's attention. The emotions you make people feel shape how they interpret what you have to say and what they want to do with that information after you are done speaking. When you want people to step up and take action as a result of your speech, it's probably not the best idea to make them feel depressed. But when you want to invoke a serious conversation, it's unhelpful to use humor and make people feel happy and light-hearted. The key to pathos is to make sure you say what you have to say in a way that makes people feel the emotions you want them to feel. As soon as you get your client emotionally, they will start to care about what you have to sell to them. Secret number 3. Use clear and concise language when convincing your clients. According to Aristotle, to write well, express yourself like the common people, but think like a wise man. Aristotle stressed the importance of examining the style in which you communicate. Some academics seem to think that in order to show their expertise, they must use incredible dense and difficult language, big words, long sentences, and elaborate explanations. Whenever one writes something in that way, they feel competent and smart. And while using difficult language is, of course, a sign of intelligence, it's actually also one of the worst things to do when trying to convey a message to your clients. It distances them. You don't want to make your clients feel dumb and less than you are. It will, at best, make them feel uneasy, and at worst, make them resent you. A good leader knows how to translate the most intricate theories or plans that they know into words that any other could understand. Prioritizing clarity over extravagance is actually one of the difficult skills to possess. It's essential to ensure that your clients understand your message to avoid confusion and disinterest. Therefore, while your speech should be engaging, it should also be clear and concise. It's true that allowing your creativity to run free carries a risk, just as boiling down your speech into simplest terms does. The key is to find the right balance between using expressions that are more complex and stating things plainly. By striking this balance, you can hold your client's attention while ensuring that they understand your message. However, when talking about something more complicated or unknown, it's important to prioritize clarity over anything else. When talking about physics, for example, it becomes important not to use difficult terms that your client might be unfamiliar with, but rather explain all terms in the simplest way possible. In order to have a client not lose track of your speech, a majority of clear speech is needed, interchanged with the occasional idiom or other creative expressions. While it's important to keep your client interested, you should make sure that you stay professional. No matter how hard you try to convince your clients, if they don't trust you, they simply won't care about what you have to sell them. Aristotle suggests that for the things we have to learn before we can do them, we learn by doing them. A good leader comes on stage knowing what they are about to say and how they want to say it. There is only one way to get to that point. Practice. Practicing doesn't just mean, in this case, standing in front of a mirror and reciting or memorizing lines. It simply means putting yourself out there and reflecting on every time you have communicated to a client. What went right? What went wrong? What are your strengths? What strengths do you have, and how could you improve them next time? You can't wait in the shadows and have the first time you step into the light to be perfect. Instead, you must step into the light again and again and again until you become great. Not all your arguments will always be valid and sound. Not all your tries will attract the right clients, and not everybody will perceive you as credible. Instead, you build yourself up and train yourself to do these things by trying. The clearest way to go about this is by examining the communication process. As a leader, when you speak, people need to see leadership in you. When you communicate, you must keep the kind of audience you have in mind and the effect you want to achieve with your speech. When reflecting on past attempts, you can reflect on what went wrong and how you can use it as a building block. No matter how prepared you think you are, when negotiating, you will always realize new things in hindsight. This is why it's important to keep practicing and reflecting. Do your best to actually find more opportunities to try and reach out to those kind of clients you want to attract and examine how it goes. As the saying goes, those who practice the most grow the fastest. Secret number 4, build authority. You need to have built authority over time because people can tell when you speak from a place of authority. A place of authority is a place where you know what you are talking about. You have built competence and experience over the years on what you are talking about. So when you speak from a place of authority. Build authority in a particular field. Question: what are you known for? What exactly are you known for? In which area have you built competence and authority over time? Because you see, every time people mention your name in a room, there is a picture that comes in the mind of people. There is a picture that flashes in their imagination about your person. So what is that picture? What is that image people see when your name is mentioned? What do they know you for? What line have you built authority on? So you see, that is what you need to work on. Build authority because that is the only way you can attract high-ticket clients into your life. So I cannot exhaust this list on points on how you can attract high-ticket clients. But remember, one vital thing is to stay professional. Practice excellence. There is a kind of client that would not respond to you if you don't embody excellence. The absence of excellence will limit your exposure. So practice being excellent, and that, my friends, is the key to attracting high-ticket clients. Alright, we have just dissected the anatomy of attracting high-ticket clients, laid out the secrets that can turn you from a mumbling mess into a game changer. But here is the kicker: knowledge without action is as useless as a screen door on a submarine. You've got the tools. Now it's time to build. So what's your next move? Are you going to let this video be another blip in your YouTube Bing, or are you going to take these secrets and apply them? It's up to you, my friend. So this is all for now. If you found value in this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Share this enlightening video with your friends and family to spread wisdom and inspiration. Subscribe to my channel to stay updated with more thought-provoking content that aims to help you become the leader you are meant to be. My hope is that this knowledge ignites a flame within you, guiding you on your life's journey and empowering you to manifest the reality of your dreams. Be blessed, be bold, and be fearless in the name of Jesus Christ. Thank you. See you next time.